Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review on Maybelline's Color Tattoo Eye Chromes. I believe they launched in August or September. I know they were launched for the back to school season. I have had a chance to try them out and kind of look at what they do and my likes and dislikes about them. They run for $9.99 a piece. Maybelline is very well known for their color tattoo line. They have the color tattoo potted eyeshadows, which are fantastic for priming the eyelids. They're really comparable to MAC paint pots. It's waterproof and also comes in tons of shades and tons of finishes. Maybelline came out last year with a color tattoo eye crayon, which I did a whole review on where I swatched all the shades. Those were kind of the next addition to the family of color tattoo products. I feel like Maybelline finished off the line with the color tattoo eye chromes. The other two products are mostly cream based. All these are totally a liquid that dries to a not quite a matte finish, obviously, because they are shimmery and they have a lot of sparkle and stuff in them, but they are a matte finish to the point where if you swipe it off your arm, it will not budge. I have all 10 shades. I have swatches for all of them, and I also have notes about the pros and cons. So without further ado, let's go get started with the swatches. To begin, one of the coolest things about this product is the colors tend to carry from product to product. So for example, the pink one, in the potted eyeshadow, it's called Inked in Pink. In the crayon, it's called Pink Parfait, and in the eye chrome, it's called Gilded Rose. Alright, so to start off with the shades, number 500 is called Gilded Rose. It does lean more towards the nude pink, where it's not like a baby pink. If you looked at it far away, you would think, oh, it's just a nude color, but close up it does have pink shimmers in it. Number 510 is called Beige Luster, and this is the closest to a creamy neutral color. It's darker than nude. I think it's closer to a tan or a taupe. In general, the lighter shades tend to have a less streaky swatch as the darker shades do. The lighter shades glide on right away and there's no issues at all. The darker shades can get patchy at times, but with any makeup that usually happens, the darker shades tend to be more patchy. Next is 540. It's called Bronze Sheen. One thing I did notice about this line is there's no gold color. It kind of skips from the beigey tan straight to a copper. This one is a beautiful, beautiful bronze. It has more of a green undertone. I put these in like chronological rainbow order versus number order just because I feel like this makes more sense for organization. Number 520 is called Khaki Kool. It's a beautiful olive green color. This shade reminds me a lot of the shade Dark Horse in the Urban Decay Naked 1 palette. It's that beautiful army green color. Next is 530 Fool's Gold. This one is just the darker version of number 520 Khaki Kool. It's just darker in tone. It has the same olive green undertone, but it just is a couple shades darker. Next, 550 is Electric Emerald. This is just a beautiful, cool toned, deep emerald color. It's very different than anything that you could get in an eyeshadow palette just because it does have that wet metallic finish. Next is number 560 Bold Sapphire. This one was the streakiest of all the swatches. It's a really pretty deep blue. It almost reads navy because it is such a deep, deep blue. But again, this one was really, really patchy. I did not really like how this one glided on. You have to keep applying and applying and applying, and with a product that needs to dry, that just ends up getting like gloppy and sticky, and it like moves the product once you're putting it on if it's not dry all the way. Number 570 is called Sharp Purple, and this one swatched beautifully. This one swatched the best out of the darker colors, and it's a very deep royal purple color. Next is 590 Gunmetal, and it's a black with flecks of silver shimmer. This one I think would be really cool if you were just to take like an angled brush and do a wing with this. I think it would be like super crazy and cool, just have a glittery black wing. Finally, there's 580, which is called Silver Spark, and this one is just a beautiful shimmery silver. I did take some notes while I was swatching these and trying them out on my eyes to talk about like pros and cons of the product in general. So a lot of times I noticed that, for example, when you pull out the product, it does have like a doe foot applicator like this, but a lot of product gets stuck in the lip of the container, and when you pull it out, it's all over the wand and it just like globs up on the actual applicator itself. So you're ending up wasting a lot of product because you're trying to like push it back down in there so you don't waste it, and it gets like lodged on the side where the screw is. So I find that happens a lot with this. It's just very, very wet, and it just comes out and globs out all on the lip of the container, and I feel like that just wastes so much product. and you're just trying to like push it back in and it's just not working. So I didn't like that about the product, how much waste there is all over the wand. Like I mentioned before, the blue one was the most streaky out of all of them. What I can say is when you swatch it on your arm, it feels like a temporary tattoo. You know when you had those like stick-on temporary tattoos that you would take like the water and you would, you know, press it on your hand, and then when you would pull it off, it felt like just a film of like leather or something, and you would like flex your wrist and you would feel it like stretch with you. Like that's such a weird description, but that's exactly what these swatches feel like. They dry like that papery, leathery tattoo feeling, and they do not budge when you swatch them. Like it's all over. Like you can't even get these off with makeup remover. I tried makeup wipes. You have to scrub your hand. One other thing about this product, the applicator is kind of awkward. It's very stiff and very small, which it's a good thing that it's small because that can create precise application for this, but it's just, I wish it was more of a wider and more flexible applicator, because I feel like then you could manipulate it into getting into corners and stuff instead of just having basically like a stiff, like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just, the applicator is not great. So now to finish off this review, I just want to talk about which product is the best out of the Color Tattoo line. The potted eyeshadows work so well as an eye base, and you can also do like a 1-2 swipe and you're out the door in the morning, and they also won't smudge. The negative to these, they don't really work well with the brush. I found like MAC paint pots work wonderfully with brushes, but these, it's really hard to pick up pigment, and then once you pick up pigment with the brush, it kind of just moves it instead of spreading it out and blending it. If you have long acrylic nails, it's gross to dig your finger in here to try to get it out, and you get like all product under your nails, and it's just not cute. So sometimes the application process with these can be a little hard. The crayons are great and convenient, and I love the little twist up. They are not as vibrant as the potted eyeshadows or the chrome. They don't dry completely. They provide sort of a stain where the color will not completely go away if you smudge it, but it will move around. Finally, the chrome, I feel the other two are more for everyday, and then these can provide like such a cool effect with the glitter and everything. These would be amazing for a cut crease. You don't have to worry about blending or anything, and it's just very easy to apply this on top. There is drying time, which can be frustrating, and you can't like open your eyes and everything, or else they will smudge while it's drying. It does take a while to dry because it's more of a liquid product versus just a cream that needs to set. My favorite product remains the potted eyeshadows, because I feel like they pack the biggest punch and they're the most versatile because you can use them just on the lid by itself or as a base. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and subscribe down below if you enjoyed it, and I hope you have an amazing day. Peace out.